It is beyond time for me to do a little spring cleaning. I have collected everything that I have knit or crocheted in the past few years that I could find. I'm gonna go through all of it and decide, do I want to unravel anything? Do I want to give something away to someone else because I just don't wear it? Is it gonna go in winter storage, but I definitely want to keep it? And in classic me fashion, I'm just gonna grab whatever's at the top and go in order of that. This one for me is a pretty obvious keep. It is currently one of my more frequently worn sweaters. Wear it all the time. I adore this. Definitely keep, no notes. This one I want to keep because it's super cute. However, if I were to knit this again, I would go for a different material. I use like a cotton poly blend and it's just got that squeaky factor that plasticky yarns can have sometimes. And I am not about that vibe. This would be cute with a jean jacket. I think I should try with a jean jacket. I mean, it's a pretty basic combo, but I'm also not vibing with the red scrunchie right now. Sometimes I love the red scrunchie, but not right now. I just wish my hair was like, I was having such a good hair day yesterday. Such a good hair day. I should have freaking filmed yesterday, but I didn't because, you know, I had a job and I have to work. I'm also not going to be styling these. I got my sweatpants on and that's what you're going to see every look with is just me and my sweatpants. This is my Friendsgiving sweater and I love it, but there are a couple things, like just a couple things that I would change. Number one, I would do the body in the round. I did the front and back panels separately, and knowing what I know now, I would do it in the round. Not the end of the world though. I also didn't do a stretchy bind off method for the neck, and I didn't realize the neck was gonna be so tight because before I had casted on the collar, the neck was super loose and huge. And so I was like, there's no way, it doesn't matter. It did matter. I am gonna put this in storage though for the summer because I'm not gonna be wearing this summer. This is a warning for some and maybe a selling point for others, but Drops Daisy yarn is so warm. Why is it so warm? It's perfect for me going on a winter walk because then I don't need to bring a jacket. All I wear is the sweater. I will add the caveat though that I tend to run warm, and so that might be playing into my perception of how warm this is, but this is definitely one of the warmest of my sweaters, although it's still super cute. I made this sweater a couple years ago and I love it. I love it so much. It's Drops Alpaca Boucle. It is really warm, but it's not like way too warm. I can just wear this chillin'. Does that make me sound old? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start saying stuff that makes teenagers roll their eyes, like chillin'. I say that all the time. I don't know if I should leave this out or put it into storage for the winter. The nice thing about putting things in storage for the winter is I always get very excited. It's like a shopping spree with my own stuff in the winter when I go to open it up and it's like, oh my gosh, I love this sweater. And then I get to wear it a lot because I feel like I'm just not going to wear this a ton in the summer because I'm already feeling quite warm. I think I will put this into storage. But I'm definitely keeping it. I love this. However, it is the third sweater I ever made, I think. And there are some things I would change if I were to do this again. It's Drops Alpaca, which is a little itchy. It's not so bad that it'll keep me from wearing it, but it's enough to make me not want to reach for it. And then I did not do a stretchy bind off. I did not know Italian bind offs were a thing at this point. So it's pretty stiff, but also it's got enough positive ease where it's like, it's not hard to put on. And then I also made it just slightly too cropped. I wear very high-waisted pants. Like here's my belly button, my pants go above it. Always. And the length is not an issue when I'm just standing with my arms down, but as soon as I reach up, that sweater's going sky high. Excellent movie from the early 2000s if you haven't seen it. I was so excited to start on this sweater because I knew I wanted something with a rainbow-ish stripe, but I didn't want it to be the actual rainbow and I wanted it to feel a little bit more retro. And so I kind of utilized the Polaroid logo a little bit and some of the colors from that. And so I just dubbed this my Polaroid sweater. I absolutely love the motif. I love the white with the stripe going through it and like the length, and it continues with the arms. I think it's so freaking cute, which is why it makes me sad that it's just a little bit itchy. For that reason, I think I'm gonna put this into winter storage. I don't know. I kind of want to knit like a summer version of this because I would love to wear something looking like this all year round. So maybe I could do something in like a cotton material or like a merino cotton blend, something like that. Both of my cats are giving themselves baths right now, and they're really slurpy. If you have cats, you might know, like the slurping sound they make when they're bathing themselves sometimes, and they're both doing it right now. So all I'm hearing is cat slurping. It's great. It's great. I loved the idea of this one, but I was trying to use up cotton yarn, and I liked I wasn't sure. I didn't love the pink and the red together. I wasn't sure if they were going to work, but then they ended up looking pretty cute together. And I like the look of this. I think it looks really cute. I like the fit. I just don't reach for it ever because I have nothing to wear it with. But I think I'm going to add it to my main like sweater collection in my closet. And if I find that I don't really wear it a lot this summer, then I'll donate it or give it away. But up until then, I will give this a fair shot because it deserves a fair shot. I haven't worn this, I don't think at all. Maybe once or twice for like less than a couple hours, but not for like a full day. This sweater vest I think is really cute. I wear it fairly often. This emulates my style. It's comfortable and it's casual, but there's something a little different about it. Like not a lot of people wear sweater vests on their own or sweater vests, period. I think in the 90s, people got made fun of so much for wearing sweater vests that everyone societally just agreed we're not going to wear them anymore. And they slowly were brought back for a little bit. What am I even talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to stop. I can't talk about fashion as if I know what's going on, and the trend cycles are just too fast for me to keep up with. I don't know what sweater vests are like for other people. I like them. I want to make this exact pattern again because I really like this pattern. However, I would change the back neckline because the back neckline, it's too high. So you did short rows, and the purpose of that is to push the back neck up, and that will in turn ideally push the front down. It did not do that. It just made the back like really long, and the front is so short, and I can't, it's as high up as it can go, so I can't just pull it down more. So it just rides up and like it's too cropped. So maybe that's not the vibe. I do wear this with a turtleneck. I love that outfit so much. And then I'll just wear it on its own. This is the second sweater I ever made, and I'll start with the things I like. I like, for the most part, the look of it. I love the V, and I worked hard to make sure that it continued on the sleeves and that it would maintain that full sloping shape, like the angle the whole way through. And I really like that, and it worked out. Because this is the second sweater I ever made, I had not yet followed a knitting pattern ever. I was not that involved in knitting on YouTube, and so it was a lot of just like figuring things out through trial and error. I did not know that intarsia was a thing. And so because of that, every time that I would go across on a row, I would cut the white yarn, start the red, continue knitting, cut the red, continue with the white yarn. And so it's just a party when you turn it inside out. I never bothered weaving in these ends because why? I also almost never wore this because that brings me to some of the things that I don't love so much. Number one, it's a bulky yarn. It is one of very few things that I have made with bulky yarn. I am not a bulky yarn kind of person because I physically don't like the feel of it. I don't like the sensation. It's definitely a sensory thing with me. It just is not, it's not my favorite. It's also incredibly warm. I have come to realize, as you may have gathered by now, that I cannot knit with really, really warm yarn anymore unless my intention is to wear something made with that yarn really infrequently or only when I go outside when it's cold outside. I will not be wearing really warm stuff indoors. I just can't. It's also a little bit itchy. Again, it's enough to be annoying, and that mixed with how warm it is. I'm so warm right now, honestly. And then the sleeves, I did not know decreasing at this point. I just knew how to knit two together. And so when I went and did the sleeves, it was a standard balloon sleeve, and then I just rapid knit two together on the ends, and the sleeves are too short. And normally I wouldn't mind a really short sleeve. However, it's really tight, and so it's just, it feels like it's too short. It doesn't feel like it's intentional. I'm sad by this because it's got some sentimental value to it. I loved the process of making this. I had fun. I'm happy with how it turned out visually, but practically it's just not an item that I'm ever gonna want to wear when I have all these other amazing sweaters that I could wear. So I am going to be likely giving this away. And when I say giving things away, I think I'm gonna reach out to family and friends and just say, hey, here are images of all the sweaters I'm getting rid of. Here are some of the measurements for them. If anybody is interested, have at it. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the giveaway pile. Pippin is comfortably chilling on my sweater pile, so there are some sweaters I just don't have access to right now. I used a cotton yarn that I've talked about a lot that it worked out so well for this project and then almost never again. But for this one, it's perfect. This is my airport sweater, so I fly on occasion to go visit family across the country, and I get very warm on airplanes and when I'm like walking through airports. I also want to be covered up. Like I don't like wearing short sleeve shirts on a plane for some reason. I don't know. I can't explain it. So I just like to be covered, and this is like the perfect solution to that. So I will be keeping this. I will get a ton of wear out of it this summer. The most practical thing I think I've made. Okay, something that I think I should be bothered by, but I don't think I am, is the connection between the neckline and the collar. So I specifically did the collar in maybe like a 4mm needle. So then when I was done with the collar, I switched to a much larger needle size and just went from there. I think if I were to do it again, I would probably gradually increase the needle size and do one needle size up for 2 rows and then go up a needle size again for 2 rows so that it's gradually getting looser knit. And by the time you're like an inch or 2 down, then you're at like the big needle size. Or I would not do a double folded collar. I think that that was a choice, like a very short double folded collar. But it does give the sweater some much needed structure because it's so loose. It's so drapey and flowy. I'm just poking at it as if that's going to show you how drapey it is. So there's that. I also like that the sleeves are short. I would call this like 3/4 sleeves. So I'm going to keep the sweater for as long as it'll last, and then maybe a little longer after that. I wanted to make another one of these, and I will show you how that turned out. The second attempt isn't actually that bad. I don't know why I went into it being so dramatic. This isn't bad, but the issue is the sleeves are too short and too fitted for my liking. And I don't have any more of this yarn to like add on to the sleeve. And I didn't learn my lesson about the really short folded over collar. This one's like 3/4 of an inch. It's not even a full inch. What was I doing? And I went for a slightly tighter gauge on this one. So I like the look of it. I like the body of it. I don't even mind how it looks with the short sleeves, but it's just too tight because it just keeps hiking up throughout the day when I'm wearing it, and it's too tight and like constricts my arms whenever I'm like doing something with them. So it just makes it a little less wearable. You think I could like turn this into a t-shirt? Like unravel, cast off, have a t-shirt thing? That's a solid maybe. I might turn this into a t-shirt and just see if I get more wear out of it and then I can give it away. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that. Why not? Why freaking not? I will give this sweater a chance. I do like how the raglan increases look. I went for a larger raglan because normally at this point I had only done raglan increases that were maybe like 1 stitch or 2 stitches wide. And I did this one 3 stitches. I kind of want to do a sweater where I do it with like 5 stitches wide for the raglan. As for this sweater, I'm gonna turn it into a t-shirt eventually. Who knows when I'll get to that. Until then, it'll live in my closet and it will be shaming me for not having turned it into a t-shirt until I eventually do that. I'm gonna remember this for so long because this was the first YouTube video I ever made. And so I think there's a little sentimentality to that. But I'm so proud of how this one turned out. I could definitely get away with wearing this a lot more often than I currently do. Why do I not wear this enough? I don't know. It's simple. Very few notes. This is one of very few bulky pieces that I own that I actually really like. I don't know why. I've used this yarn for other stuff and I didn't like it with other stuff, but something happened with this piece and I just liked it. It was incredibly fast to knit up because usually I'm rocking 4mm needles or 3.5s. I love the cabling on the back. I think the cabling is supposed to be worn in the front, like that's how it's shown in like the sample picture, but I like it better in the back. It feels like a random surprise of like, oh my gosh, I thought it was a simple, boring sweater, but it turns out she's got 3 cables on there. So this one is a keep, but it's gonna go into storage until winter because I'm not wearing this in the summer. This top is cute. It does not get worn enough. And there are some legitimate reasons for that, but I feel like I could be wearing it more. So I think the main reason is I did it too cropped. It's too short. These pants, I cannot say enough. These are hiked up so high. There is no reason that my shirt should be shorter than these pants. This needs to be like an inch or 2 longer, but this took me forever. This project went on so long because I was using, I think, 2.75mm needles, and I think I just wanted it to be over and I got lazy. And it was also bottom up, which caused another problem because I wasn't sure how long it was going to end up being. I would like to make this again. I think the cabling pattern on it is stunning. I would love to make it again in a drapier fabric and just make it a little bit larger. I think the pattern also had sleeves, but I feel like this was sleeve enough for me. I paid a lot of money for this tattoo. We got to show off as much of it as possible. So I really like this. It's going to go in my closet. I will be wearing this several times this summer. I know already. I do wear this. Just not as often as I could, and I think it'll serve as inspiration to make another one. How many things have I said that about already? How many things do I want to make another one of? I wanted to like this sweater more than I do. It's really stiff. Like the fabric feels thick and stiff, but it's cotton. I don't know, it's comfortable. It feels comfortable, but I feel like it doesn't do anything. I wish that the V-neck was deeper, like here maybe. It's a very high V-neck, which I just was not expecting. I thought it was going to go a lot further down. And so I just feel like it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't make me feel cute. Like it feels fine to wear, but I don't need it in my wardrobe. If I feel like it, I'll make another V-neck someday that's just a slightly deeper V-neck. I like the idea of this, and I don't even hate the look of it. It's just, there's something about it that doesn't make it appealing to me. And for that reason, I think it's going to be in the giveaway pile. So friends and family watching right now, if you see anything you like, let me know and I'll bring it next time I go to Minnesota. Like, I mean, it's cute. It's not like it's not cute. It doesn't float my boat. This one has a really aggressive fold line in it because it's been in storage for so long. I never reached for this. It is very hard to fit over my head because I did the neckline too tight. And it just doesn't fit the way that I wanted it to. I wanted like a looser, flowier thing, and I just didn't have enough experience at the time of making this to know how to execute that properly. It was supposed to have an I-cord neckline, and I'm glad I didn't do that because it looked really weird when I was working on it. Yeah, I think this piece is just okay. It's not exciting. It's not bad by any means, but like, it's not good enough for me to want to wear this over the other pieces that I currently own. I'm gonna give it away. It's a nice cotton merino blend. I like the yarn, but I don't know. It's not my vibe. Love this one. It is one of my favorite things I have ever made in any hobby of mine. I love this so much. Never getting rid of it. I like it so much that I am debating just having this be in my closet all summer, because maybe on a cold summer night, I'll grab for this. But then again, maybe I should put it in storage and then it'll be like extra fun and I'll want to wear it all the time in the winter. Putting it into storage, by the way, for me means putting it in a bin in my closet that can very easily be taken down. So it's not like I'm putting it in a closet somewhere with 18 other bins on top of it. That's really hard to get to. I do not have enough room in my apartment for any storage to be that difficult to get to. So I think I'll put this actually in storage and I can grab for it if I really want to wear it. I really want to make another one, but I think I need a little bit of time. I actually bought the yarn to make another one, and it just so happens to be sitting right there. I did not plan that. This is the same yarn that I used to make this one, and I thought it'd be really cool to do a beige sweater with red fish on it, because I am really into the beige and bright red combo, but then I came up with another really epic idea for this yarn. Another version of this will have to wait. This cardigan is one that is cute in theory, and is the opposite of practical. It's incredibly heavy and dense. Like, it looks cute for about 4 seconds until you like move at all. And then it just slides right off. Like, it just wants to keep falling backwards. And so all day you're just doing this and it just wants to keep falling. I'm gonna give this one away. It's sad because, again, I think it's so cute when it sits the way that it wants to sit, but it's got a mind of its own. I could be wrong about this, but I am pretty sure that this is the first time I ever followed a knitting pattern. I love it. It took a long time. It was my first time doing brioche, but it was so absolutely worth it. 100% love it. I wear this a lot. I feel very confident. I think it's one of the more complimented pieces by strangers. This one's gonna go into storage though. As cute as it is, too warm for the summer. I don't know what to say about this sweater. It's one of my earlier knits. I think it's the first paneled piece I ever did because everything is sewn together, which was not easy to do on a boucle fabric. Trying to identify a single stitch in this mess is very difficult. I had a vision of it being really colorful and having bright colors, and then the yarn is only available in neutrals. So these are all the colors that the yarn was available in. So I was like, whatever, it should be fine. And then I didn't love it. And now, I don't know. I have not worn this in over 1.5 years, but now that I have it on, Like, I was expecting this to be the easiest, like, yeah, I'm gonna give this away piece, but now I'm kind of like, I don't know, did I maybe not give this a chance? Could it possibly have its moment? Maybe. I'll give it a shot. I think I'll give it a shot. I was expecting to put this in the giveaway bin, but I think I will try and wear this over the next like couple months. If by July I still find that I'm not really wearing it, or I wear it a couple times and I don't really like it that much, then I'll give it away. But if I end up wearing it more, then maybe, I don't know. It's kind of cute. It's a thing. This is the first sweater I ever made, and so I am never getting rid of this. I would honestly say it is 100% luck that this turned out as good as it did. I love the fit of this. It's balloon sleeves, but I did them narrow enough and I ended it earlier and did a longer cuff so that it doesn't like get in the way when I'm doing stuff. So I can have that like full fun sleeve effect without it being like super in the way. The neckline turned out great. I'm just so happy with this one. I remember just sitting there doing so much math and like really enjoying trying to figure out how does one make a sweater. At this point, I had not ever read or followed a knitting pattern. They intimidated me so much. I had not seen a like how to knit a sweater tutorial, again, because they intimidated me so much. And I just wanted to try it once on my own and see what I could do. And I'm really glad that I did. I wore this to my wedding reception. I didn't like how I styled it for that, but I still wore it. All in all, I'm really happy with how this came out. I think I will put this in storage only because it's a warm one. It's alpaca. It's got some heat to it, and that's why I just don't reach for it in the summer, but I still wear it in the winter. I don't think I even knew how to knit in the round at this point because everything is paneled, including the cuffs. I had to sew them together. But this one's special. How did I not even tell you about the matching scrunchie? You just let me walk away without telling you. I made a matching scrunchie. It is my most worn scrunchie. It is the same material, and I love that it's like almost the same color as my hair, so it just kind of blends in when I want to do a messy bun. I definitely want to make more knit scrunchies. I would like to have just a massive collection of knit scrunchies. They're so fun. It's still in the basket, but I already feel more free having like given myself permission to like give these away, and I can just make a little more room in my closet for other handmade knits. As far as like items of clothing that I haven't made, I don't own that much. I try to keep my pieces under 50 items, only because having too many choices in my wardrobe really stresses me out. Since I started knitting a lot of garments and sewing some on occasion, my closet has expanded to accommodate all of those, so it's kind of nice to make a little bit more room. These are to be stored away for next winter, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sweaters. Plus this one, once I take it off, will probably be stored for the winter. So 6 sweaters. And then I have 10 tops that are currently, I've folded them and put them away already. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I have, what did I say, 10 that I'll wear in the spring, summer, and fall. 5 for the winter. 6 for the winter. And how many did I say I was giving away? 2 sweaters, a top, a cardigan. So that's 4 pieces I'm giving away. 20 pieces. Wow, is that everything I've made? I kind of thought that number would be higher. I guess I have unraveled a couple pieces that I've made, and I have made stuff for other people that I've given away. So I have made other garments in the past. I'm still surprised. I thought that number was going to be higher. I don't feel bad about that. There's no negative emotions happening. I'm just surprised. But that's interesting. Okay, I am glad that I at least took the time to go through everything and sort through it so I don't have to think about it anymore, because I've been thinking about that for months. I'm like, I have to go through my knits. I have to go through them. It goes to show, 1, I need crochet garments. This is the year. This is the year. I'm going to make one. I promise. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Anyways, that's it. That is it for today. Thanks for being here. As usual, thank you for being here. I don't want to say I hope you have a good day. I hope you're glad that you woke up today, because I know that that's not necessarily every day. I am gonna go chill in the sunbeam with my cats for a while.
Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through. Today I've got better things